All right, all right. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to this year's Redwood Award ceremony, as well as we're going to have Mark Yeager, our CEO, talk a little bit in a town hall fashion. Before I get kicked off here, I know a lot of you guys, it's pretty exciting to have everybody back into the wood, and I know we got a lot of people that have set up some parties in the outside offices. So cheers to that. We're back. Before we get started as well, Todd Berger is actually not going to be here today, so I'll say a couple words from him, but he is at home kind of dealing with the COVID situation, as that's obviously still real out there. But he definitely wishes all the winners congratulations in advance, and obviously would love to praise this group and everybody that's watching in on the live stream on what was our best year in 2021. So amazing work. Cheers to everybody on that. Next off, I'd like to thank the Elena and the marketing team and Andrea and the human resources team. This is a huge undertaking. It gets bigger and bigger every year. With over 800 employees, we had 300 plus nominations for 35 awards. So again, I'll talk about it throughout the whole thing. It's a lot of work, and obviously there's only going to be 35 winners. So we'll try to go through it as quick as possible, but definitely wanted to tip my cap to that group. Could not have done this without you guys. Next piece of just business for if you're in this room and you are a winner, we are going to we're going to have you guys just stay put, not come on up here maybe like we've done in years past, to try to keep this thing probably close to 25 or 30 minutes as well. So for the MVE winners, if they're in the room, we'll have them come up. But for the rest of the winners, we'll get with you, your manager, to get you your award. And get you your prize as well. So that is that. All right, last point. You don't see them, but given the situation at the Oscars on Sunday, I have preemptively hired some undercover security. So don't come up here trying to pull a Will Smith on me, okay? That wouldn't be cool. And I don't think it worked out well for him either. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go into the Redwood Awards. For a lot of the new hires here, and the people that are shuffling in, we have been doing this for over 10 years, right? So we start off with our core value awards, which, from transparent to respect, fearless, 110%, accountable, great, innovative, and taking the road less traveled and fun. We're gonna have 2 winners for each of those different categories. And then we're gonna go into the rookie of the year, the got your back, the game changers, the top guns, and the MVE finally. So appreciate your patience up front. I know it's a lot, but as the company continues to scale, it's pretty, it's a lot of work that kind of goes into this to get to the point that we're at. So without further ado, I will get into the first award, which is transparent. And hold on one second here. All right, so transparent is an open floor plan is more than our architecture, it's our culture. For this first winner, he helped to bring a new level of transparency to our paperwork retrieval process. Over the course of 2021, this rep took over the responsibility of collecting our missing paperwork and allowed us to pay our carriers and bill our customers, building a strong team around him and training our new hires in the process. This rep was instrumental in delivering new efficiencies that allowed us to reduce our non-invoice totals to minimal levels. So congratulations to our first winner, Bud Wagner, paperwork coordinator. Congratulations. The second transparent winner drove the transition to an agile methodology. He designed the DevOps and the processes necessary to make the daily activity and project work done by our IT infrastructure team visible. This was resulted in an increased level of deliverables and early warnings of issues, allowing us to avoid project delays. Congratulations to Grant Nonamaker, AWS Cloud Engineer. All right. We're off to a great start. Great crowd here tonight. This is awesome. This was so awkward last year doing this by myself up here. I can tell you that. I didn't sleep last night thinking about it. All right. Respect. Not freely given, but freely earned. This first winner stepped out of her comfort zone and took on a new challenge, training the customer operations and business development hires in the West Hub. She worked tirelessly to revamp the training curriculum, ensuring that each new hire is given the tools to succeed right out of the gate. Her high level of energy, attention to detail, respect for all, and can-do attitude allow her to garner the respect of all those around her. Our first winner for respect is Haley Whitaker, Manager of Customer Operations for the West Level. Our second winner is the face of FX at our El Paso terminal. She's always friendly and efficient with our drivers and goes out of her way to help out when a driver is in need. When she's not processing driver applications, she's planning and setting up driver events in El Paso. In the 7 years of her being at FX, she's always going above and beyond, not just recruiting, but other departments like safety and operations as well. She is the example of respect in everything she does. Congratulations to Alicia Heredia. And again, some of these write-ups, I want to thank the managers for helping me put these together. Some are going to have some jokes. If they're good, they're mine. If they're bad, figure out who their manager is, make fun of them. All right. Fearless, confidently taking risks without being reckless. This fearless winner jumped right into all of the hard-to-solve projects since she's joined Redwood less than a year ago. With a can-do attitude and an unshakable smile, she led the organization through the launch of a new platform positioning initiative. She also kicked off the Redwood intranet and started to create a new sales enablement platform and forge critical co-marketing relationships. This was all uncharted territory that requires a lot of internal buy-in and education and a fearless attitude. Congratulations to Marin Morales, Senior Marketing Manager. All right, since joining Redwood in 2018 as part of the managed service team, this fearless winner has taken on leading, developing, and growing our simple ship clients to better position Redwood as a strategic partner and supply chain leader. In 2021, he took on our top simple ship customers, Applied Industrial, and led them through a contract negotiation and renewal that resulted in Redwood securing a multi-year contract as their logistics partner while also expanding our services from simple ship to flexible freight management. He took this opportunity to step up and lead the client, even when there was no playbook or instructions to follow, truly embracing what it means to be fearless. Congratulations to Ryan Jennings, Senior Director of Client Success. All right, 110%. Be the best you can be, and then be even better. This rep of the first winner launched a new team in 2021 that blew away all of our goals. The DFM profiling team onboarded more than 10,000 carriers onto our digital platform, and those carriers booked 4,800 loads for $1.5 million in net revenue, going above and beyond our wildest expectations. Congratulations to someone who's executed at a level that was 110%, Regina Makshova. Redwood wouldn't have moved 113,000 spot loads for our customers last year if it was not for an all-out effort by this rep. This rep studied the market day and night and looked at data that we had never even viewed before to identify trends that were developing as we navigated the most volatile market that we've ever seen. Under the mentorship of Adam Wojtowicz, he continued to push how we look at spot opportunities to new levels. Despite all of this intelligence, he still roots for the Green Bay Packers, but we still love him anyway. Thank you, Sam Graff, for your 110%. All right, accountable. Let your drive and enthusiasm be contagious. All right, this winner was an integral component to the success of the intercompany accounts by providing excellent communication, both internally and externally to the clients, exhibiting a strong work ethic and being one of the most dependable and accountable team members that we have. Her efforts have helped us successfully navigate significant growth while maintaining exceptional customer service and streamlined operations. Congratulations to Montera Holmes, Integrated Operations Representative. Since rejoining Redwood, this winner has taken the risk department to the next level and has added and promoted multiple team members to the group. She consistently balances competing interests to settle claims and is always available to work closely with our customers, our carriers, and our internal teams. In addition to her amazing work, she's been instrumental in our insurance renewal effort across all business lines. Thank you for everything you do, and congratulations to Anna Gerwitz. All right, great. Leaving behind a legacy we can all be proud of. Last year, this great team member moved into a mission-critical role in which he became responsible not just for the initial study process for LTL deals, but also for developing and executing margin strategies, carrier utilization scenarios, and risk versus benefit models as we worked to onboard our new LTL procurement clients. Over the past year, he managed through over 70 studies for those clients, ranging from Polaris to Werner to Prime Source to Overhead Door. Congratulations to Chris Carson, manager of LTL Yield, on winning one of our great awards. Since joining Redwood in the heart of the pandemic, this great addition was able to hit the ground running due to her past 3PL and Mercury Gate experience. In 2021, she led and completed some of Redwood's toughest managed services implementations for clients such as Werner Ladders and Leviton. The Werner's Ladders implementation was worth over $600,000 of reoccurring net revenue each year and was completed in 103 days. Outside of running these implementations, she's been able to foster meaningful relationships with our customers. We would like to congratulate Cheryl Tavalier on winning our second great. Okay. Innovative. When was the last time you did something for the first time? This exceptional team member consistently found innovative solutions and enabled customer demos that allowed us to say yes during the sales process and enabled over $4.4 million in new Oracle sales and 48 opportunities in 2021. We'd like to congratulate Grace Polson in winning our first innovative award. This creative problem solver joined Redwood less than a year ago, and during this time, she's found ways to promote our brand and take thought leadership to the next level. She manages all of Redwood's media relationships with many industry partners, finding innovative ways to plug Redwood on the daily. Congratulations to Alex Weiss, Content Marketing Manager. All right, the road less traveled, making unconventional choices and leaving a new trail for those that come after. This winner has been the ultimate utility player at Redwood since starting in October 2020. As a member of the M&A and Ventures group, he's played a key role last year in closing acquisitions PGL and Skipjack that helped Redwood take its parcel platform to the next level. He continued to make big strides this year, contributing across all sorts of functions within Redwood M&A, including pipeline creation, diligence execution, and integration management. On top of all of that, he's been a key contributor in the development of Redwood's partnership program and the sustainability strategy. Congratulations to Daniel Dexter, Senior M&A and Venture Capital. All right, in 2021, this rep expanded his role, leadership, and overall involvement at SCS. He set a new standard for commercial services. As our Oracle leader, he completed every deal across discovery, every document, and negotiated every deal to the close. He worked hand in hand with sales and legal for 55 total new opportunities and $8.3 million in 1 year. Of these deals, he closed 25 of them, generating $3.4 million in new net revenue for SCS. In addition to leading our Oracle efforts, he also led our efforts to build our Redwood Connect commercial model and provided the baseline for our ARR growth plans. Finally, he also issued the framework for the new commercial products with Oracle, Rapid OTM, Rapid Plus, and Rapid Scale. Congratulations to Kyle Perloff, VP of Commercial Services. All right, last of our core values, last but not least, fun. When life hands you a drink, chug it responsibly. So cheers to that. All right, since joining Redwood in early 2021, this winter has brought a fun attitude to everything she attacks. I can dare you to attend Redwood event with her and not have fun. She'll have you dancing and singing at a karaoke bar faster than you can say Bohemian Rhapsody. Congratulations to our first winner, Caroline Waddle. All right. This winner helped to start our digital procurement team and brought his passion to establish a fun culture in the new group during a pandemic. If you walk through what they call Middle Earth on the 3rd floor, you can feel the success of this fun individual and seeing the incredible team that he has built. Similar to the Chicago Cubs, who had to wait 108 years to win the World Series, this individual has waited very, very impatiently for the last decade to win this award. Congratulations to Robert Murphy. And full disclosure, he threatened that if he didn't win this year, he was going to make his entire group walk out of the awards ceremony. So I had to bump Frank Citro. Sorry, Frankie. Okay. Good call, yeah. All right, on to the rookie of the year. We're gonna have 5 rookie of the year winners. This is for employees that started less than 18 months ago, who've made the biggest impact to their respective group as well as the company in a very short amount of time. These rookie of the years are each going to receive $200 Visa gift cards as well as a trophy. All right, this first winner. This was Redwood's first ever digital procurement rep, and she was obviously the perfect person to help start the department. She booked over 1,000 loads while helping us build the DPR plane while it was still in the air. She attacked contract freight and built her book of business just as she had hit her 1-year anniversary. She also graduated onto commission and set the standard for how the team has followed. Congratulations to Christiana Earlbeck and winning and the digital procurement representative first week of the year. You're right. Over the course of 2021, resources were oftentimes handling many projects at the same time, but this rep jumped in and helped develop valuable projects, especially when others were spread thin. Consistently delivering essential reports to business leader, this rookie of the year rolled up his sleeves and learned the Redwood world very quickly, allowing departments to have valuable insight into their people and processes. Congratulations to Lee Yates, business intelligence analyst. This winner started at the Redwood Visalia Distribution Center in June of 2021, and she hit the ground running. If you visit our warehouse, you'll see her going from helping transportation 1 second to processing driver paperwork the next, and then she's outside sealing a trailer door before the load departs. She's personable, efficient, treats every person at the warehouse with respect, and is always willing to learn something new. She's also one of the reasons we had such a strong launch to the 150,000 square feet operation we have out there, as well as achieving an SQF certification shortly thereafter. Congratulations to Marlon Farfan, Assistant Warehouse Operation. This rookie has proven to be an irreplaceable member of the Southern Border Pop. In December, she surpassed $100,000 of net revenue, as well as joining the Super Producers Club for the 4th month in a row. She's been able to achieve this constantly profiling new carriers to our network and finding unique solutions for our business. Furthermore, she's always taken it upon herself to help guide new hires through the same challenges that she faced as a new employee, and she has a natural knack for leadership that will make a big impact on the company. Congratulations to Janie Molina, Southern Border. All right. This rookie of the year has been instrumental in building and constructing the RPS reporting stack that now includes over 100 dashboards that have significantly improved revenue forecasting, increased billable utilization, and effective billable rates, and led to an improved overall customer experience. Congratulations to Barbara Savini, Senior Business Intelligence Analyst. All right, the Got Your Back Award. This was a new one last year. It's for employees who went above and beyond their normal role in 2021. They stepped up outside the day-to-day to ensure the company was taken care of and safe in a very challenging year. Along with this trophy, they're going to get their name on the Got Your Back plaque, as well as a $500 Visa gift card. We've got 4 winners here. So this crew solved our problems at home, at the office, on the road, wherever we were. They allowed us to be remote. They made sure that we could come back to the office. They answered every call and jumped in to fix our every issue. I can say this personally, that these winners have bailed me out many, many times. And I could say that if you ask them, they would probably say that the tickets that I opened were 99% user error. So thank you to Pablo Eckert, Jarrell Purdy, Josh Lamont, and Spencer White for the Got Your Back Award for this year. Cheers. Pablo will be doing a speech at midnight tonight if you guys stick around. We'll broadcast that out to everybody out. That's right here. All right, a few more. We've got Game Changer, and we've got Top Gun, and we've got MVE, and then we can get back to eating and drinking. So, all right, the Game Changer is for employees who had a huge impact to Redwood over the course of 2021 and helped transform the business. Their selflessness continues to change the game and help Redwood evolve on a daily basis. These winners are all going to get their names on their Game Changer plaque and win $1,000 gift cards with American Airlines. All right. This legend in freight brokerage changes the game every day. He tilts the axis of the market and sets the tone for success. He's a legitimate competitive advantage in the freight brokerage space, whether it's winning freight in the spot market or on the contract battlefield. His knowledge of accounts and expertise of the market were instrumental in Redwood Multimodal growing from $400 million in revenue in 2020 to over $700 million in 2021. Congratulations to Adam Wilson, Senior Vice President of Carrier Operations. This next game changer is a leader who was instrumental in Redwood's success in 2021. Behind the scenes, she oversaw the migration of our valuable data into Snowflake, which allowed us to utilize years of brokerage knowledge in our RFP process. She heads up capacity events team. She's also engaged with every hub leader, sales, and business development rep in the organization and helped to lead the way to land new and incumbent business for the tune of 132,000 contract loads in 2021. She's a rising star, and her impact to the organization is just at the beginning. Congratulations to Miriam Sarvini, Vice President of Pricing and Yield Management. All right, it seems like it was just yesterday that Redwood's reporting consisted of some Excel pivot tables and not much else. This rep helped to change the game by utilizing his skills to allow Redwood to truly transform into a data-driven organization that it is today. This visibility that he and the team have created have elevated how we run the business today and have been critical to the success that we've had to date. Congratulations to Brian Spears, Senior Manager of Data and Analytics. All right. Top Gun. The Top Gun Award is for employees who had the biggest impact on Redwood's customer base and sales organization. The Top Gun is not about a movie. It is a military expectation that its best aviators share their passion and knowledge with the rest of their unit. Along with their trophies, they're going to get their name on the plaque, and they're also going to win 3-day trips for 2 in the domestic U.S. hotel and flight included. This first winner booked over 8,188 loads that totaled $24 million in revenue. He also averaged 32 loads a day in 2020-21. Utilizing a strong group of carrier relationships, he provided invaluable capacity to the brokerage in a volatile environment. As a testament to the strategy that he took on, he was able to book 23 carriers more than 50 times over the course of the year. Congratulations to Aaron Brown, Senior Carrier Sales Representative, on winning our first Top Gun. This Top Gun led all sellers in 2021 by growing his overall customer base by $1.8 million in new net revenue, and his new account customer base by $1.5 million. He did all of this while helping to manage the Mercury Gate relationship that we have, and is also serving on our sales advisory board. To our second Top Gun winner, congratulations to Jimmy Trent, Senior Vice President of Sales. Here it goes. This next Top Gun winner has now been in the industry for 12 years, growing in sales every step along the way. His impact on both new business and existing account management has helped his book expand significantly, with his 2021 being his best year. Arconic helped to lead the way, with other customers like Metza, Arlenexo, Howmet, and Ascend contributing over to 220% growth to $4.5 million from 1.4 the previous year. His passion for the business and for success of his accounts drives his accomplishments, and he's already off to another great start in 2022. Congratulations to Ben Grafstrom, Director of Sales. This next Top Gun winner utilized a winning formula of market intelligence, strong customer relationships, best-in-class service, and support to achieve a record-breaking year at Redwood Multimodal. He achieved staggering year-over-year growth while doing everything in his power to prevent shortages at Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Panera Bread across the country. He grew his book of business from 2,600 loads and $2.2 million in net revenue in 2020 to 8,600 loads and $8.5 million in net revenue in 2021. Congratulations to Justin Drew, Manager of Business Development. All right. Again, thank you all for your patience. We've got our last award here. The coveted MVE is for the Redwood Logistics employees whose selflessness, hard work, and overall success help drive the company forward every day. These MVEs are leaders, set the example for others, and drive herself to new heights and pushes Redwood to success. So again, I won't read the entire slide, but this obviously is never an easy decision. There was a lot of great nominees this year around. And it was a great year for Redwood. So, winning this MVE is truly a prestigious award that takes the rare opportunity to look back and recognize the hard work of these individuals, passion and execution that goes into the course of the year. These two winners are going to get their name on the plaque and a 4-day trip for two and domestic U.S. hotel flights included. All right. And if these winners are here, I'd love for them to come up. We've got a couple awards. They may have someone else's names on the plaque because we have a supply chain issue, so the awards did not get here. Good for us, bad for the winners, however you look at it. So this MVE worked day and night, making sure that in a chaotic environment, Redwood would deliver service to its customers. His deep knowledge of both systems and business process allowed Redwood to build and enhance next generation products that are going to take the business to the next level. His commitment was unwavering, even when waking up in the middle of the night to solve problems. Simply put, he was instrumental all year in not only holding us together, but in moving us forward. Congratulations to our first MVE winner of 2021, Chris Babb, Application Development Manager. Give it up for Chris. I love you, Bab. This person consistently adds new perspectives, ensuring Redwood's process and execution stay ahead of the growing and evolving company that we are. He is deeply committed to constant communication, transparency, cross-training, and results. He shaped Redwood's internal control policies, upgraded much of the finance processes, and was always willing to take on additional finance projects and new responsibilities. He accomplished all this while playing an invaluable role in a complex investment process that we had with AEA last year. This MVE has remained committed to promoting his team members and focusing on how we create a better organization together. Congratulations to Tim Slomka, Vice President of Finance, on being our second MVE winner. There we go. Give it up for Tim. All right. Well, that concludes the awards portion of the evening. I'm going to invite Mark Yeager, our CEO, up here to speak for a few minutes to the group. So everyone welcome Mark. Give him a round of applause. We are off. Sorry, 1 second here. All right. All right. Just gonna turn that on. Yeah, just gonna turn it on. Tell me where the button is. All right. Go. Good? All right, guys. Well, super exciting. I was going to come up with a water, but a beer seemed more appropriate. Because we got a lot to celebrate here, right? I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It's great to have this opportunity to come together again. Not all in one room, but it's great to see the room filled. And it's great to have an opportunity to celebrate what was, an amazing year, for the company. It was a tough and weird time for everybody, I think, personally, but Redwood killed it, right? We did incredibly well, and which is awesome. And the reason is because all of you guys, right? So congratulations to all the winners. It's great to see, so many different geographies and departments represented
we're all contributing to what's been just an incredible success story. It really is something that stands out, in the industry and really just in business in general, that a company could go through this kind of challenging time and come out, the way that we have. So I don't think we've ever had a more deserving group of winners, It's also great to see the diversity that's represented in this list of winners. At Redwood, we embrace anybody that's willing to step up and work hard. Apparently, even Packers fans. So, but I think it's really consistent with our values. It's tremendous, what we've been able to do. So this is a time to celebrate. 2021 was incredible for our company. We blew records, blew it out the door, right? Every one of our segments, move, manage, innovate, had a record year. We were able to grow the top line. We blew past $1 billion, which is amazing. We thought that was crazy, 3 or 4 years ago, but we hit 1.2 billion. And now it's on to 4 billion, guys. That's where we're gonna go. We added 80 plus people in an incredibly difficult hiring environment. A lot of you guys are new, welcome, congratulations. You're on something really exciting, I think. So our HR department just did an amazing job building the Redwood family in a really challenging time. So congratulations to Andrea and her team. It's awesome. I think we moved the ball forward from a technology perspective, digitization, LPass, Redwood Connect has got tremendous positive momentum, and for the first time in company history, we're starting to get recognized for it. We made the Freight Tech Top 25 this year, and that's a big deal. We also didn't sacrifice the bottom line, right? It's important that we make money, because if we make money, we can invest. We can invest in our people. We can invest in our technology. This year, we not only invested in our people and our technology, but we grew earnings by a little north of 77%. That's pretty solid. Pretty amazing. So congratulations to all you guys, man. It's been an incredible year. It's just been, super exciting. Oh, and I did leave something out. We did have a little transaction this year. We brought on a new capital partner, AEA. That was a really fun process. Todd and Tim and Steve and I enjoyed it quite a bit, as did Jim. Hope to never have to do that again. But you know what? We brought on this incredible partner, right? These guys have been in private equity for over 50 years. They are one of the, recognized leaders across the globe in private equity. Their roots are with the Harriman family and the Rockefellers and the Mellons and the Warburgs. I mean, these people are the real deal, and they believe in Redwood. They are stepping up, making a huge investment to start, but also really putting their capital behind us. It's really exciting. The other thing that happened during this transaction was about 100 of you guys stepped up, and you're now equity players in Redwood. And, thank you all for that vote of confidence. That's just really cool. And I think it shows that, this organization is moving in the right direction, and the future just couldn't be better for us, right? It's just, it's going to be awesome. So we got to make sure that we do whatever we can to prove that those investments decisions, by all of us and by AEA was the right move. And I'm very confident, that we're going to be able to make that happen. So we're off to an awesome start in 2022, record months so far. March is going to come in strong as well, I think, across the board. So the momentum continues. No surprise, we have huge plans this year. So, stay tuned. We've got some really exciting things going on that's going to take this company up to the next level. So you're going to see us not only, continue to invest, right? We're going to continue to invest in technology. We're going to continue to invest in our people. We're going to do more and more on the way of marketing. We're going to be investing heavily in sales, right? So this is a year where we are taking the business once again to another level. And I'm really confident we're going to be able to make that happen. You're going to hear a ton about digitization, about LPass, about Connect. And I think you're going to hear some really exciting things about where we're moving from an acquisition perspective. You know, we're also looking really hard to try to hire and grow our family, right? So we're looking to bring on, 200 new people into the organization right now, and we're looking to promote from within, as we always have, very aggressively. So anything that you guys can do to help us recruit, would be greatly appreciated, and we certainly would appreciate it. So it's going to be a combination. We're going to take this business from 1.2 billion, we're going to get to 4 billion, right? It's not going to be easy. We're going to do it through a combination of investment in organic growth and acquisition, but it's going to be really, really exciting. We've got new partners, we've got new capital, we've got the best team in the industry, and an incredible foundation that we've built over 20 years. So now we're going to accelerate the pace, step it up, and have a tremendous 2022. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited as I am. But congratulations to the winners and congratulations to all of you. And here's to a great 2022. Thank you now,